videos have always kind of presented an issue for teachers. On one hand, they increase interest, and you get to see firsthand an event occurring, or you get to have someone else explaining the content. But on the other hand, they're passive. The students just simply sit and get. Now, what EDpuzzle does is it addresses that passivity issue. Because what you can do with EDpuzzle is you can take a video and you can add your own narration, or you can add your own comments, or you can even add questions. So what I want to do is I want to actually break up these EDpuzzle videos into two parts. The first is going to show you how to use EDpuzzle. How do you add the audio? How do you add the questions? And then the second one is going to look at how do you get the students to actually interact with what you've created. So you can see I'm in the main part of the main page of EDpuzzle. EDpuzzle is a free website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create. So up on the top bar, I'm going to click on where it says My Content. And right below that, there is the Create. So when you hover, you see you actually have a few options. You can make a new video. So that's something that already exists on the internet. Like, for example, I have this Google Classroom video that I'm going to edit. You can go ahead and upload a video. So let's say you shot a video during class with your students, and you're going to add audio over on top of it, or you're going to add some questions. You can make a project, so that kind of flips it around where students will have to go find a video and create an EDpuzzle video instead of the teacher creating it. And then there's a folder. So I'm going to go ahead and click on New Video. You can see that EDpuzzle has partnered with a whole ton of educational video sites. So you have a bunch of different options, different content providers that will have shared their content with EDpuzzle. For now, though, like I said, I'm looking for Google Classroom. So I clicked on YouTube. I did a search for Google Classroom, and you can see right here, I'm going to use this video. So I hover over it, and I click on the Use It. Now, what's nice is they kind of really do set up these creation step by step. So you can see at the top, I've got 5 different circles, and those are the 5 different steps that you can take. So first step is the scissors, the cropping tool. So for example, this is a video that's 2 minutes and 19 seconds long. That's not exceptionally long, but sometimes you stumble across videos on YouTube that are an hour, and what you really want is minute 35 to 37. And so what's nice about this is you have the ability to kind of drag these bars to crop which parts of that video your students are going to see. So let's say I want minute 40. Okay. So now what's going to happen, instead of my students seeing the whole 2 minutes and 19 seconds, they're just going to see the minute 40. All right, and I can always go back and edit that later. So I'm going to go on to the second circle, the second step. This is the audio track. Now, what's difference between the audio track and the audio notes is that the audio track is you are going to re-record the entire video. So in this case, I would re-record the entire minute 40. So let's say it's a great visual video, a nature video with amazing, animal interactions, but the content itself, what the narrator is saying, is way above the student's head, or not up to your student's level. So what you can do is you can actually re-record the entire audio to be exactly what you need it to be. That really caters. But that being said, I'm not going to do it for this video. Okay. Now let's say I want to add just audio notes. Now what's difference between audio notes, like I said, is that audio notes are just going to be a quick snippet. So let's say you want to insert your thoughts into that specific video. So this one's a minute 40, and let's say at 10 seconds in, I want to pause and I want to add my thoughts. So what this will do is it'll literally pause the video, it'll pause the audio, pause the image, and my voice will come into the video when the students see it. So how you would do this for both of the audio, for the full-on re-record the whole video, you click on the microphone. Now the first time you do it, you're going to get this audio flash player settings. In other words, you're just giving the EDpuzzle permission. I click allow, and so now what's happening is that I'm actually recording over this entire video. Now I'm going to get a little error message because it says you have to record the whole video, because again, I was using the audio track feature where I'm recording the whole minute 40 as opposed to just little snippets. So I'm going to actually go ahead and remove that. Now I want to just insert little quick audio notes. So I would click on, instead of the blue, the big microphone, I'm going to click on just the speaker. Notice how when I hover over the selector tool, when I'm on the microphone, I get a pointer finger, and then when I'm on the timeline, I get kind of the arrows pointing both directions. If you get the arrows pointing both directions, you can kind of scrub through the video. When you get the pointer, you're going to actually record. So like I said, I got something at 10 seconds I want to say. All right. So right away, I clicked it. You can see that, right? You can see the volume is going up and down because I'm actually recording audio. And what I'm saying will be inserted into the video. So the students are watching it 10 seconds in, they'll go ahead and hear this. Go ahead and stop. And let's say I've got something else and I want to say it at 40 seconds. And then I would go ahead and press the microphone. Now you can see again, it's the volume meter is going up and down. I'm recording something into this video. Again, the video is going to pause, the picture is going to pause, and my voice is going to come in. The next option is a pretty neat option when it comes to assessment. And when you click on it, it's the question mark. And this is where I have the ability to add questions into the video. So one thing I want to mention is, depending on how you have students create accounts, you might want your first question right at the beginning to be, what is your name? So now the first question that the students are going to answer is actually their name, so that you'll know when you're looking afterwards which student is filling out these questions. Like I said with the audio, I click continue, when I want to move to a different part, I want to make sure that I can have the two-sided arrows. If I want to add a question, I see the pointer and I click, and you can go ahead and add your question here. Okay. I click done, and then I click continue. Go ahead and I scrub here. You do have the ability to add multiple choice questions. All right, and depending on what the answers are, you can kind of make them both wrong or make one right. It really depends on yourself. Okay, and last little thing you can add with the questions is, click continue, is a comment. So let's say you'd like something, but you don't. There's no question related to it. You, as the instructor, instead of doing a voice comment, you just like to add your own comment here, and click done. Once I've added the audio that I'm interested in, and I've added the questions that I'm interested in, I go ahead and I hit the purple done circle. I give it a title, I give it a language, and I give it some tags if you'd like to make it searchable. And I mention that because the EDpuzzle is trying to create a community of available videos. So you do have the ability, and this is kind of something you can look at on your own, but you do have the ability to search out other already pre-made videos. Go ahead and click save and exit. And now I have the ability to add it to a classroom that I've already made, and we're going to talk about what that is in the next video. You can prevent skipping. So if you are concerned that the students are going to just skip to where the questions are, you can go ahead and prevent skipping, and then the students have to watch the entire minute 40 or whatever amount of time. Then I click no thanks, because I'm actually not going to assign it. And there it is in my content.